bid farewell to the outgoing commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti, and welcome the incoming commander, Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Beeman. To our friends and families, past commanders, and distinguished guests, thank you for joining us today. From time immemorial, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victory over an enemy, to honor their heroes, to celebrate special occasions, or to pay homage to fallen comrades. These ceremonies add color and pageantry to military life. In the United States, the foundation of our present ceremony was laid by the Continental Army. Today's ceremony reflects the procedures practiced since the dawn of our nation.
For more than a century and a half, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Philadelphia District has been developing and maintaining navigable waterways, managing water resources, and building military facilities in the heart of the Northeast Corridor. The district was established in 1866, but the Corps' local legacy starts with Army engineers planning the encampment and defense of Washington's colonial army at Valley Forge. From its inception, the district's foremost mission has been navigation. During World War II, the Delaware River Federal Channel was deepened to 40 feet along more than 100 miles from Philadelphia to the sea, and a multi-year project recently completed, further deepening it to 45 feet. In total, the district is responsible for some 500 miles of navigable waterways. This district has always been closely identified with dredging. Once part of the district and still co-located here, the Marine Design Center designs and delivers dredges, surveying workboats, barges, and other vessels for the Corps, Army, and other agencies. Philadelphia is home port to the McFarland, one of only four Corps-owned seagoing hopper dredges. Since the 1990s, dredging has also gained visibility through the replenishing of beaches and dunes with sand to help protect New Jersey and Delaware coastal communities from storms. Since Hurricane Sandy, the district has constructed 10 federally authorized coastal storm risk management projects along the New Jersey coastline, including Oakwood Beach, located along the Delaware Bay coast, and 6 projects along the Delaware coastline. Long before dunes, there were dams. After the back-to-back 1955 floods that claimed almost 100 lives, the Philadelphia District performed the nation's first ever comprehensive river basin study, followed by construction of 5 dams in eastern Pennsylvania that the district operates for flood risk reduction. In the early 1970s, the district, like the Corps as a whole, began growing greener as its jurisdiction expanded to wetlands as well as waterways. 4 decades of support to EPA that made Philadelphia the Corps' leader in Superfund remediation. The added mission of ecosystem restoration has led to projects from dam removal to fish ladders to a dune system near Cape May that shelters a freshwater stock for birds along the North Atlantic Flyway. Finally, the district has a proud record of military installation support, most recently at Dover Air Force Base, Tobyhanna, Florida, and Joint Base McGuire Dix Lake. After 9/11, Philadelphia became the Corps' center for global power contracting, particularly in Iraq and Afghanistan, and its microgrid center of expertise. The district holds similar designations for expertise in coastal planning, bridge inspections, and groundwater modeling. Today, as always, the soldiers and civilians of the Philadelphia district proudly serve this region and the nation with the responsiveness and reliability for which they are so well known.
Today's ceremony still bears hallmarks of the Continental Army's first manual of ceremonies, the Blue Book, written by General von Steuben in 1779. The ceremony that you are about to witness includes the arrival of the official party, presentation of honors, honors to the nation, the change of command, remarks, and conclusion. We hope that you enjoy this historic occasion. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Colonel John P. Lloyd, commander of the North Atlantic Division. The color guard is provided by our very own Blue Marsh Lake Rangers color guard team, under the direction of Ranger Jonah Eckert. On behalf of the soldiers, civilians, and families of the Philadelphia District, red roses are now being presented to Lieutenant Colonel Brigantti's wife, Crystal, in a tradition symbolizing the appreciation of the support and contributions made by loved ones.
Lieutenant Colonel Beeman's wife, Anna, to welcome them and her to the Philadelphia District. Bouquets are also being presented to Lieutenant Colonel Brigantti's mother and mother-in-law in appreciation of their support during his command. Please rise for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors, honors, our national anthem, the invocation given by Chaplain Colonel Jeffrey Bailey, USACE Command Chaplain. The official party consists of the reviewing officer, Colonel John Lloyd, outgoing commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti, and incoming commander, Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bailey.
Sir, the colors present. Close the colors. Left. Face.
The colors you see being posted symbolize the very soul of the United States and the USACE Philadelphia District. In the past, colors served as the rallying point for soldiers during battle. Today, they record the glories of the past, stand as a guardian over the present, and inspire in soldiers and civilians the loyalty, duty, and courage to achieve victory in the future. As this is an indoor ceremony, uniformed personnel may not salute during the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I would now like to invite Chaplain Colonel Jeffrey Bailey to the stage to deliver the invocation.
I invite you to please join me in prayer. Almighty God, we are thankful for the opportunity to pause and celebrate the successful command of Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti. His dedication to professionalism, integrity, and compassion created a climate for the accomplishments of the United States Army Corps of Engineers, Philadelphia District. May you bless and continue to guide Ramon, Crystal, and their children, RJ and Isaac, as they continue serving at USACE headquarters. As Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Beeman assumes the mantle of leadership here, may you continue to imbue him with the same wisdom, character, and integrity that have brought him thus far, as he builds upon the success of Lieutenant Colonel Brigantti and addresses new and unique challenges for the Philadelphia District, as well as he and Anna, Philip, and Gabriel enjoy a new community and create long-lasting memories with their new family here in Philadelphia. We also pause to give thanks to the team professionals here within the Philadelphia District. Their dedication to the mission and providing engineering solutions provides security, navigability, environmental sustainability, and expert engineering and environmental support to a region teeming with commercial activity and cultural richness that represents the heart and soul of this great nation. May you continue to watch over them, use their skills, intelligence, and capabilities to bless and protect the Philadelphia District. These things we pray in your holy name. Amen.
The change in command is a simple traditional event that is rich in symbolism and heritage. Key to the ceremony is the passing of the unit colors. These colors represent not only the lineage and honors of the unit, but also the loyalty and unity of its soldiers and civilians. The colors are the commander's symbol of authority, representing his responsibility to the organization. Wherever the commander is, there also are the colors. Throughout history, commanders ensured their unit flags were carried by one of the most trusted officers. This practice was used in the United States Army until 1813, when the regulations were changed and the flags were entrusted to the color sergeants or sergeants major. In the Corps of Engineers, commanders select one of their most trusted civilian advisors to perform the honors. Today, our Deputy District Engineer for Program and Project Management, Mr. Nathan Barkham, will have this honor role. The passing of the colors symbolizes the transfer of authority from the outgoing commander to the incoming commander. Because of the reverence the commanders feel towards the colors, it is kept over their left breast during the transfer. The passing of the colors demonstrates to the soldiers and civilians of the organization that the old commander has passed the mantle of leadership to the new commander. With this also passes the loyalty of the workforce to their new commander. by the authority of Army Regulation 600-200, paragraph 2-5, the undersigned assumes command of the Philadelphia District, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, 7 July 2023. Signed, Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey M. Beeman, Commander. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel John P. Lloyd, Commander of the North Atlantic Division.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, leaders, distinguished guests, and friends of the Philadelphia District. Welcome. Thank you for coming together on this occasion to recognize Lieutenant Colonel Ramon Brigantti and Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Beeman. It's an honor today to preside over the change of command. Now, let me go off script, and I'll do a couple of times. So, I've traveled all week. This is the second change of command. I couldn't be happier to be in Philadelphia during the week of the country's independence. But on Monday, I took the night flight over to Germany. Tuesday, I don't know what I did, but I did something in Germany. I changed command of the Euro District with Pat Hagan and Dan Kent. And then I got on a plane, Mike, and I flew back to the United States. And somehow I arrived here today. So if I slur words, it is not because I've been drinking this early. It is because I've gotten about 3 hours of sleep. Let me start with the color guard from Blue Marsh Lake. Just a round of applause to our I don't know where they went, but I can't say enough. Rangers, thanks for everything you do. You really represent the face of USACE. You never get enough recognition. But our recreation program and the work you do remains a top destination across the country and far exceeds what the National Park Service does. So thank you for your commitment. Thank you for being the color guard here today, and appreciate the support. For the Philly team, it takes a great deal of coordination and hard work to pull off these events, and thank you sincerely for everything you've done to make this a superb ceremony. You've done a fantastic job here today. Often in the Army, we talk of our mission-critical enablers. Let me be the first to tell you it's impossible to be a commander without a solid support network alongside you. Allow me a minute to recognize some key enablers here today, the Brigantti and Beeman family members. Ramon and Crystal, both Army officers, this year celebrated 16 years of marriage and 20 since they met at Fort Stewart, Georgia. Congratulations. Currently, Crystal serves as the optometry clinic chief at DeLorenzo Pentagon Health Clinic. And recently, there's been some big news in the Brigantti household. Congratulations, Crystal, on your recent selection to colonel. The selection rate this cycle is only 30% in your branch. And Ramon puts it that you're a big deal, and I agree with Ramon. I was just glad that Crystal was promoted to colonel, so now you outrank Ramon and boss him around in the fort. It takes a team to keep this guy straight. The Briganttis also have 2 boys, 12-year-old RJ and 9-year-old Isaac, both of which will be starting new schools later this fall, RJ in the 7th grade and Isaac in the 4th grade. Your dad also tells me you have a bunch of really cool hobbies. RJ, you're into soccer, violin, and video games, and Isaac loves anything to do with superheroes and monsters. Also, a couple of family members stayed at home today, but it sounds like chasing around red-bone coonhound puppies keeps you very busy, I'm sure. So thanks, boys, for being here. And I know the entire Brigantti family is glad to get Dad back home in the house, at least for a couple of weeks. As I said, Crystal, you can call me when you're ready to get rid of him. Brigantti family, thank you for your love and support to Ramon during this time here. I know it's going to be awesome getting back together and no longer having separate duty locations. And I wish you and your family the very best in the next chapter. While Jeffrey was stationed in Hawaii, he met Anna Lou when she was visiting from the Philippines. Come September, the two will celebrate their 10th wedding anniversary. Jeffrey, you will follow the modern anniversary themes. That's diamond anniversary. So I don't know what gift that entails, but diamond sounds expensive. So I want you to hold him to that. Anna Lou, you recently became a licensed esthetician. Jeffrey tells me despite those demands on your time, you're always there for the family. As a military spouse, you always are looking forward to the adventure of a new assignment. I also hear you become quite the project manager, overseeing the acquisition, design, and construction of the family's house in the Philippines. Go off screen. Is Andy Schrader here? Andy!
Hey, sir.
You knew I was going to bring you up?
Yeah.
And so I would highly encourage you to seek Anna Lou's advice on some construction. Any chance I can take a dig at Andy, I'm going to take. And thanks for being here and all the work you've done. We know a thing about project management in USACE, but I'm convinced that you're taking on a much bigger project, getting the family settled in a new house in the Philippines. I don't know if we are typecasting here, but the Beemans also have two boys, Philip, who's 10 and entering the 5th grade, and 7-year-old Gabriel, who's entering the 2nd grade. Sports are a big deal in the Beeman family. Philip loves baseball and football, and I'm assuming he's a Buffalo Bills fan.
Nobody is, sir.
Always one. And currently Gabriel's into soccer, but changes every season. So. Your dad has also told me how good both of you are in school and how much you like Bible, math, music, and PE classes. That's great, and I hope the boys keep it up in their adventures here in Philadelphia. For the Beeman family, welcome to command at the Philly District. We're ecstatic to have you in the North Atlantic Division as well. Let me again, to the Philly team, just a personal thank you. I am so proud of this district and everything you do. I think it is a magnificent district. I'm glad to see a lot of the old commanders of the Philly District here to support both Jeff and Ramon in this adventure. But a personal thanks from me and the entire NAD staff on all the work that the district does on a very complex mission each and every day. Ramon, you and I have known each other for a while now. Our paths first crossed in Kuwait at a time I was the commander of the 19th Engineer Battalion, and you were redeploying from Afghanistan. It's been great catching up with you over my first year commanding the North Atlantic Division. By all accounts, you've proven yourself as a capable and dedicated leader of the 500-person strong Philadelphia district team during your time here. Geographically, the district covers a small footprint, but within that footprint, it carries a $350 million workload that includes, just to name a few, some of the busiest federal waterways, significant military construction projects, and coastal storm risk management projects that protect many of the nation's most heavily populated areas. You cannot accomplish these missions without sound leadership and a magnificent team. Among your many accomplishments, Philly has managed to forge new partnerships, initiate new studies, and navigate complex new authorities from Congress. I'd like to point out some of the significant contributions during your command. Philadelphia District supports Operation Allies Welcome after the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan was integral to mission success and helped 19,000 Afghan evacuees. The district recently deepened to the Delaware River Federal Navigation Channel to 45 feet from Philadelphia and Camden, New Jersey, to the mouth of the Delaware Bay. The deeper channel now allows for more efficient transportation of containerized cargo to Delaware River ports. Now your team is focused on how to maintain that depth and ensure we have capacity for sediment at various sites along the river. During your tenure, the district worked through highly complex processes associated with Diamond State Corporation's permit application on the Wilmington Edgemore Court expansion, which I've got to say, Ramon, is a magnificent accomplishment with your leadership and the district as well. Overseeing the district's move from the Wanamaker building, home to the great organization for 30-plus years, to its new home at 1650 Arch Street. No easy task, especially given much of the work took place during the pandemic, but your team and you pulled it off. Ramon, there's plenty more wins I could list, but I would be remiss not to mention one failure. For those who don't know, Ramon is quite the baker. You thought I was going to say something else. But despite multiple attempts, has never succeeded in growing a sourdough starter. I hear it's about maintaining schedule. Keep at it. I know once you get up there with the cheese, you'll have plenty of time. Ramon, I want to thank you for your service to the Philadelphia district and for everything you've done for USACE and the region and the nation. Ramon has not only been a good friend, but fun to call and poke at times, and we look forward to having you out there as next to the chief engineers. It's going to be a great assignment for you, and I'm excited for your next chapter. Jeff, you're taking command of an excellent district and a phenomenal team. With the recent move to the new building, it's a great time to jump in and help chart the path forward. You're coming to us from the great Los Angeles district, where you served as the deputy commander. I know it might be hard to shake the Cali lifestyle, but don't let anyone tell you Philly cheesesteak isn't a health food. It's like all food groups in one, and what more could you possibly want? All jokes aside, Jeff, you bring with you to this command a great deal of leadership experience that will prove necessary as you tackle the challenges ahead. In recent years, some of your significant accomplishments include commanding the South Pacific Division Border District, where you took command with little notice and oversaw the district's inactivation, part of which included ensuring permanent placement of more than 120 employees throughout SPD during and after you took command. Developing a white paper advocating for a 40% space reduction in the Los Angeles district's downtown headquarters, a plan that received unanimous corporate board approval and resulted in $2.2 million in annual savings, which is a great accomplishment. Creating a chief of staff position for the LA district, which provides supervisory oversight of 6 communities of practice and better flexibility for deputy commanders to respond to the needs of the district. Jeff, you also come from a long line of military officers, and I was interested to learn that your late grandfather, Colonel Herbert E. Brown, was previously the deputy division commander for the North Central Division before it was folded into the Great Lakes and Ohio Division. Your father, Lieutenant Colonel retired Richard Beeman, also served in both the Army and the Navy over a 34-year career. I have no doubt the pride your family has taken in seeing you become the military leader you are today. Welcome again to the Philadelphia district, to you and your family for continuing the proud tradition of service of your forebears. The command of the district goes beyond accountability to projects, people, and money. It's about innovation at the ground level, developing future leaders, and servicing as the first line of defense, guardians, if you will, of USACE's world-class reputation. Lieutenant Colonels Ramon Brigantti and Jeffrey Beeman have proven agents of credibility, leaders who develop solutions to the nation's toughest challenges while taking care of their #1 asset, their people. It's a reciprocal relationship. Good leaders ensure others to do their best. The Philly team members are some of USACE's best and brightest. Just as I know Lieutenant Colonel Beeman's impact will serve as a motivational force, I'm confident this team will support him and continue to deliver the program with the excellence that sustains the district's illustrious reputation. Thanks to everyone here today again for celebrating us. I'm incredibly proud of the district and the North Atlantic Division, and I'm excited to work with you in the days ahead. Esseons, building strong, BLUM.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I stand before you today, my heart's filled with immense gratitude and profound sense of pride. We've gathered here to commemorate. Is my good? Am I good now? Okay, all right. To keep you straight. Extraordinary achievements and milestones we've reached together. This is a momentous occasion for the district and provides me an opportunity to express my appreciation for all those that played a crucial role in our success. I want to extend sincere thanks to members of our esteemed congressional delegation that are in attendance today. Your unwavering support and dedication has been instrumental in providing the resources that the district needs, either in legislation or in funding, in order to deliver the program for the people. I'd also like to take a moment to say some individual thanks to some key people. First and foremost, Colonel Lloyd and General Tickner, I just want to thank you for your unwavering support and trust in providing me the opportunity to lead this great group of people. That confidence that I get from your leadership was just made my day easier. So I want to thank you for that. Rhino and the rest of the North Atlantic Division staff that are here in attendance or couldn't make it today, your team has always been so helpful in allowing the district to just execute and focus on other issues. I see Secretary Cartman, I see you sitting in the crowd there. I want to thank you personally for being a good voice for the state of Delaware and allowing us to work through some really tough and challenging issues on behalf of your state. I see Dennis Reineck's in the audience and the rest of the New Jersey DEP team. Thank you. We've done so much together as a district during my time, and there's so much more work to be done. And I'm sure that you and Jeff and the rest of the Philadelphia team are going to continue to excel. Steve Tambini and the rest of the DRBC staff in attendance today, your stewardship of the water resources of the basin has been a model of what good collaboration can be with the states. To the pilots, to the Coast Guard, to the Port Authority, to Philliport, and countless others, your collaborative efforts and valuable expertise have been pivotal in ensuring the smooth navigation and operation of our waterways. Through your unwavering commitment, we've maintained efficient and safe transportation routes to allow commerce to thrive within the region. So thank you for that. Mary Ann Tierney, I'm not sure if you're in attendance today, but you've been pivotal on issues of environmental justice and emergency preparedness, and just from a personal level, just seeing you in action and bringing together an interagency team, federal, state, local, to work on thorny issues like what do we do for the neighborhood of Eastwick moving forward. It's just awesome to see you in action. So thank you for that, and a lot of leadership lessons to take back in my future. Adam Ortiz and the rest of the EPA Region 3 team, thank you so much on the work that we've been able to collaborate on together recently, and the partnership is just going to continue to grow. So thank you for your partnership with the district, and I'm just ready to hear the great stories that are going to come out of Region 3 in the Philadelphia district. Kyla Hasty couldn't make it today from acting regional director for Fish and Wildlife Northeast Division, but represented today by Lamar Gore. How you doing, Lamar? It was just fantastic to work with her and Lamar, just cut through the bureaucracy and just be able to call each other and work through some tough issues. It's just heartwarming to know that you can do that and cut through the red tape. And I hope that you extend that courtesy to Jeff as he continues to take on. To my fellow district commanders, couldn't make it today. Lots of changes in command in the next couple of weeks. But for Matt, John, Brian, Pat, and Esty, you guys not only treated me like, you didn't treat me like a little brother, you treated me like a peer, and I really appreciate that, and I appreciated the advice in working through some tough issues, especially during this tenure. Heartfelt thank you goes out to my friends that are in attendance today. Came from long ways. Spent a lot of time together talking about things throughout the last 10 plus years. Thanks, John and Michelle, for coming out here today. I want to express my deepest appreciation for the public servants that serve the Philadelphia district. Your commitment, your tireless efforts. In fact, just 3 weeks ago, we were in this place celebrating a lot of milestones, a lot of internal district awards. But one of the things that struck me was that we essentially commemorated over 1,000 years of public service amongst that the group of individuals that were marking milestones. And it's just awesome to know that you have this dedicated group of public servants that just want to get the job done. No obstacles. So, Jeff, if I could offer anything, they just want to get the job done. The best thing that you could do is just knock the obstacles down so that they can do it. But I do want to take a moment and give them a round of applause for special call out to the corporate board leaders that are here or couldn't make it today. Nate, Bert, Pete, Andy, the two Johns, Scully, Miranda, Brian, and certainly not last but not least, Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Jovanek. Your advice and leadership when I first took over was invaluable. The hard work that the tough challenges that we worked through during the pandemic, getting back to the district, moving the district, reestablishing on the new beachhead at 1650 Arch. I just thank you. That was not easy. You're still going to have challenges, but your leadership, your dedication, your public service, I want to thank you personally. I want to take a moment to express my deep thanks to my family. To my boys, this past 2 years have been tough. Driving up and down 95, I think I counted a little less than 80 times up and down 95, so that's about 16,000 miles just to come back and forth between my apartment here and our home in Burke. But it was absolutely worth it. The little time that we could spend together on the weekends. RJ, I can't wait to play more video games with you. Isaac, I can't wait to debate on which superpower is more OP than the other. To the moms, thank you. We couldn't do this without you. If you didn't know, my mom retired early to help us manage this family household. We could not do this without you. And to Crystal, past 2 years you've been my harbor of refuge. You've been my bulwark. We're going to celebrate 20 years together later this fall, and through thick and thin, deployments and time apart, you've always been there supporting my ambitions, and I'm ready to come home, and I love you. Thank you. We have a lot of achievements together as a district. I'm just going to highlight a few. I do want to acknowledge our significant role in Operation Allies Welcome. I'll tell it, via vignette. So, no kidding, there I was. All great Army stores start this way, right? I was in a room with the river pilots and owners and operators of ports in the Philadelphia area. And I just happened to be sitting next to Leo Holt. Leo, you here today? Couldn't make it. But Leo runs Holt Logistics on the other side of the river. At the end of this conversation where we learned about who I was, who he was, who the rest of the port operators were. He just asked me a random question. Where did you go to school? I told him I went to the academy. When did you graduate? I graduated 2001. Do you happen to know this guy named PJ Inskeep? PJ Inskeep. I absolutely know PJ. We were leads together, the same company at West Point. That's great. He works, he's one of my managers, and he's been doing a great job. I should look you guys up. It's probably been a while. No less than 3 weeks after that, so that's 3 weeks in command. 3 weeks after that, 6 weeks in command. Get this call from General Tim. Hey, Essie is running this facility just outside of Dulles Airport, and we're working on the Afghan evacuation mission. They're quickly running out of capacity. We got to do something, and we think Philly could be the next place. So I need you to beat the street and find a facility that could possibly help this mission go. So after beating the street, trying to find warehouse space, where are you going to find that? I reached out to PJ on Lark and said, yeah, I think we could help you out. In fact, we have a facility that's kind of offline right now. We could certainly work with you. So no less than a week after that first phone call, we're already entering contracts with the whole facility on behalf of the Department of State. And we finally get this operation up and running. And in about 6 weeks, about 19,000 Afghan evacuees with little to their name, sometimes carrying all the belongings that they had in literal shopping bags, came through our facility and then had onward movement to either Joint Base or other respite care facilities throughout the nation. It was this group of people, Philadelphia District, working with the Beeman, working with the Holtz, working with the TSA, and made that happen. And that, to me, if that's not awe-inspiring, then do you have the pulse? I just want to thank you guys for doing that so soon into the command. I trusted you, you trusted me, and we got this done. But I shouldn't have been surprised, because this is the same group that did alternate care facilities in New Jersey. This is the same group that supported the state of New Jersey after Superstorm Sandy. This is the same group that delivered on the 45-foot channel. This is the same group that's also doing cruise wrap in Deepwater, New Jersey. So I shouldn't have been surprised. You guys have been delivering for 150 plus years. And so Jeff, know that this is the talent that you are carrying today. And I just want to, again, show my thanks for the work that you do. The moral of that vignette is that relationships matter. It doesn't, you don't know when some random encounter can yield something as beautiful as that mission that we were able to accomplish together. So, take that with a grain of salt. The impact of our district operations extends far beyond the immediate surroundings of the city. It touches the lives of millions. Every year we facilitate safe navigation and commercial cargo. The bridges that we maintain over the C&D Canal has over 150 passengers every single day. Our dams attract over 2 million people every single year. We release billions of gallons of water to help fight the salt front. Our waterways facilitate trade, about 2,000 cargo ships every single year. It's just amazing the work that we do. And we do it just because we want that challenge. We do it because we know it's the right thing to do. We do it because you guys are quite literally the best engineers in the country. So, Philly District, be proud of the work that you've done, the work that you're going to continue to do, and know that you're always going to have a friend at headquarters thinking about the district, thinking about what's next for you. Jeff, I want to take this opportunity to give you a warm welcome for you and your family. This is a new chapter. It's a tough mission. You're going to have some really tough days. I have full faith and confidence in your ability to lead this fine group of people, and you're going to go through some really tough challenges. May you find grace and wisdom as you navigate the responsibilities and opportunities that lie ahead. Your expertise, dedication, and leadership will undoubtedly contribute to the continued success of the Floyd District. To Anna, I want to extend a warm welcome to you and the boys for your support and the sacrifices that undoubtedly you're going to make through this journey. Your presence and unwavering support are going to be crucial pillars for Jeff as he takes on this important role. As you settle in your new position, Jeff, may you find fulfillment, inspiration, and satisfaction in the work that you do. The Philly District is fortunate to have you, and you're going to make a lasting impact. Although I do have a couple suggestions. First off, it's water, not water. Learn how to say it's spelled as school. And if people are talking over you in a meeting, that's collaboration. In conclusion, today is a day of celebration, a celebration of collective achievements, teamwork, and the indomitable spirit of the district. As I bid you farewell, I do so with complete confidence that you're going to continue to thrive. For change we must. As Ted Lasso would say, I think that's what it's all about, embracing change. Let's treasure the memories we've created, the challenges we've surmounted, the positive impact we've had on our community. As we part ways, I encourage each and every one of you to carry forward the spirit of collaboration, dedication, and service that's defined our time together. Together, we've made an indelible difference, and I have unwavering faith that the future holds even greater accomplishments for all of you. So thank you. May our paths cross again in our shared journey to make this world a better place. Essayons, building strong, be baby.
Second, Commander of the Philadelphia District, Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Beeman.
What an awesome turnout. I also wanted to acknowledge the park rangers in the back. Already planning a family, when the boys get here in a few weeks, already planning a family trip up to Blue Marsh. We've been telling them we'd get them on a fishing trip soon, so I think that the Phillies do, and we don't have an excuse anymore. So we look forward to that. Colonel Lloyd, Mr. Koenig, Colonel Brigantti, fellow commanders, former Philadelphia district commanders, distinguished friends, family, and guests, thank you for attending today's Change of Command sermon. Also wanted to acknowledge my family in Arizona right now, my mom, my dad, and our two boys, Philip and Gabe. We love you guys. We can't wait to see you in a few weeks and travel safely. Also wanted to recognize our family in the Philippines. Mabalong Gabi. It means good evening. It's in Visayan, so I just wanted to say hi to our family in the Philippines. Back in April, I had the opportunity to spend 2 weeks with the district. While I had never visited Philadelphia, it didn't take a long time to build a strong affection for the people, the culture, and the mission of the district. But I have no doubt that it was meant to be them. There were signs staring me straight in the face. If you go back to March 2022, which is just 1 month prior to when our command assignments were revealed, our oldest son, Philip, had signed up to play both baseball and football for the spring. Well, ironically, his coaches chose both the Phillies and the Eagles. Right? And we usually don't say yes to the team mom or the team dad requests to buy all the swag to wrap, their kids' gears. But this time we did, knowing that we would put it to good use. When Ramon and I first met a couple years ago, there was an immediate rapport. And during my April, a few months ago in April, we came out for a couple weeks, met one of our project managers, Brian Clayson. He had just finished up his major key and developmental assignment with the 854th Engineer Battalion, which was the exact same battalion that my grandfather commanded in the Pacific during World War II. So, like I said, there were signs and it was meant to be. But I am proud to be coming to this district. And thank you for always being by my side, for your undying devotion to, like we say, our little family, for being my rock, and your love and prayers I felt for so long. Ramon, you have built a high-performing and resilient team, a climate and a culture that truly puts mission first, but people always. Thank you for your friendship and mentorship since we first met, and always making yourself available. Colonel Lloyd, thank you for your trust and your confidence in assigning me this incredible responsibility. One I know will be challenging as we write the next chapter for this storied and accomplished district. Essay on building strong, be all you can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the departure of the colors and join in the singing of the engineer song, Drawing Song. The words are located in the back.
In the castle of my collar, I've done my training for the team. You can call me an engineer soldier, the warrior spirit has been my dream. Essay arms, whether in war or peace, we will bear our red and our white. SARs, we serve America and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. SARs, SARs. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the Army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the Army goes rolling along. And it's high day, the Army's on its way, count off the cadence loud and strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the Army goes rolling along.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in position until the official party group departs. On behalf of the commander of the North Atlantic Division, we thank you for attending today's change of command ceremony. Lieutenant Brigantti and his family will receive friends and well-wishers at the front right of the stage, and Lieutenant Colonel Beeman and his family will receive on the left of the stage. Lieutenant Colonel Beeman will host a reception in the atrium directly across from the hall from the exit following the ceremony. Thank you for joining us on this historic occasion. Assaillants, building strong, Army strong.